Already, a day ago, I finished up. I'm just going to say some words that I think you'll enjoy. So make sure. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming. Okay. Okay, so let me tell you how I ended up doing this Mesechet. This is Mesechet Tumura, which I was zochet to start at the Shasathon to help couples with infertility. So we had 10. I had to do 10 blot. I said, you know what? Another 23 won't hurt, so I'll finish it off. And so I did. And I found that the recurring theme of what is it about? So Mesechet Tumura is when you decide to give a dedication to the Beis HaMikdash and you change your mind. The reason you change your mind is because maybe you donated a very expensive cow, and now you say to yourself, oh no, why did I do that for? Perhaps I could have gone away with a cheaper cow. So I'd like to now exchange cow A with cow B. Guess what happens? The Torah comes and says, now you have a problem. Because not only does cow A retain its Kedusha, but now your replacement is also in the same situation. So now you have to offer 2 dedications, not 1. And I want to get into why we do this, what goes on here. What's the message that the Torah is trying to teach us by making us liable for both? And the Rambam gives us a fantastic answer, and he says like this: we cherish our money and we cherish our property, and that's a problem. Therefore, the Torah says, you know what? We know all about you. You're tight. You gave a dedication, and now you want to change your mind? It doesn't work that way. Once you make a commitment, you have to stick to your guns. Please come in, have a bagel, enjoy. Make a bracha, wash. And so that's the Torah's way of keeping you in line so that you don't try to play games. You understand? Once you make a dedication, you got to stick to it. If you're going to go ahead and try to replace it, we're going to punish you and penalize you and make you now on the hook for 2. So with that in mind, and the Rambam tells us, the reason that again is because it's order to subdue our Yetzer Hara. Man likes his money and he doesn't want to part with it. We're going to teach you that once you decide to make a dedication at tzedakah, that you have to stick to your word. And I'm going to share an interesting story with you about money and about our relationship with it. This is a Rabbi Dessler. And he writes the following, and he brings down a Medrash Rabbah and Shmos, that Hashem, when He promotes a person to greatness, He does not test the person in a big way. He'll test them in a small way. Look at Moshe Rabbeinu and David HaMelech. Both of them were tested in a small way. Will you allow your sheep to graze in someone else's grass? Both of them were short. Be careful that Moshe Rabbeinu, when he was a shepherd, he took the sheep all the way out in Midian by public property, so they were not stealing for anyone. And the same thing with David HaMelech. He used to go out all the way in the desert to ensure that they weren't grazing from someone else's property. So Hashem will test you with small things. And he brings down a very interesting story in Meseches Avodah Zarah, and it goes like this. The Romans decreed that there's no study of Torah. Rabbi Chananya B'Tirajan, who was one of the Asur Malchus, decided to disobey the Gzera of the Romans. He taught Torah in public, at the risk of his life. He once came to visit Rabbi Yosef ben Kisma, and Rabbi Yosef ben Kisma says to him, I hear you teaching Torah in public. What's that all about? He says to him, I have to teach Torah. He says, don't you know you're playing with your life? These people, and he forecasted, this government has been given permission by Hashem to wipe out the Jewish nation and destroy the Beis HaMikdash. You're playing with your life. So he says to him, Rabbi Chananya B'Tirajan says, may Hashem have mercy on me. Rabbi Yosef ben Kisma blows up at him. What's mercy have to do with this? You're not taking precautions to save your life. You're endangering your life. So then suddenly Rabbi Chananya B'Tirajan asks him a question, and he says to him, will I get into Olam Haba? Rather interesting question. So Rabbi Yosef ben Kisma asks him, okay, let's hear, what some of the good things have you done? Listen to what he tells him. He says, Purim, we just celebrated Purim. Once on Purim recently, I had in one pocket the amount of money that I needed for my own Seudas Purim, and in the other pocket I had the Matanas Evyonim money that I had collected. Somehow it got mixed up. Now I'm getting ready to buy my food for Seudas Purim, and I realized I mixed it up. I said, forget about it. I took all the money and donated it to the Matanas Evyonim. Rabbi Yosef ben Kisma listens to this and he says to him, wow, I only hope that my share in Olam Haba is as great as yours. Hello, what's going on over here? Rabbi Chananya B'Tirajan is willing to risk his life to teach Torah in public, that does not impress Rabbi Yosef ben Kisma at all. He's not impressed by that. He's impressed by the fact that a few shkalim got mixed up with tzedakah money, and he went ahead and gave them away to tzedakah. What's that all about? And now Rabbi Yoel Dessler gives us a beautiful answer. And the answer is like this. He says, big things are not what impress Hashem. You want to go ahead and make a $200,000 donation to the building, but you're doing it, you know what? For an ulterior motive, because you know your name is going to go on the building. Big things don't impress Hashem. What impresses Hashem are the little things, when no one knows about it. And he brings down a beautiful story. Eov was a very big tzaddik, and he once owed someone a half a pruta. But there's no such thing as a half a pruta coin. What did he do? He said, come with me. We're going to go to the market. They bought an amount of X for a pruta. He split it in half. And then he said, here's what I owe you. And what the message is here is that a person's true madrega is revealed in the little things that he does. Large actions don't always reflect the true spiritual status of a person, because that he could be doing for honor. As my Rabbi Victor Miller would say, how many generals have fought and died in order to have their statue put up in a park so birds can crap on them? That's what it comes down to. I'll die for a statue. You understand? So that big things, big actions don't really impress Hashem, because there's an ulterior motive why you're doing it. Let me just move on and just close out with a small Devar Torah from Gittin, and then we'll close it out. So how should you take care of your money? So the Maseches Gittin gives us a beautiful way. It says here in Zayin Aleph, if a person sees that his money is just mitzumtzum, what should he do? He's just making it. As they say in English, I'm just make the month, every month. What should you do? Yasim em tzedakah, give tzedakah. V'kol shechen, all the more so, if you have a lot of money, give more tzedakah. And then bring down the following mashal. And it says, mashal lishtei rechelo shahayu avros b'mayim. Analogous to two sheep that are passing through a river. Achas gezuza ve'achas eina gezuza. One has its wool shorn, and the other one has its wool still fully on it, fully loaded. So it hasn't been shorn yet. And the Gemara tells us, Gezuza Avra, the shorn one will pass through the river safely. V'she'enu Gezuza Lo Avra. What's the lesson here? A person who travels through this world, his pockets are full of money, but he never puts his hand in his pockets to lighten the load a little bit. He's going to have problems in this world. But the person who goes into his pockets and is constantly lightening the pockets has an assurance from the Ribbono Shel Olam, you're going to be okay. And I'm going to just close with a really beautiful story, and we'll wrap it up over here. Here we go. By the Up the Rav. Beautiful story. The Rebbe was curious. There was a guy who was making a livelihood serving, he was a bartender, but an innkeeper, serving drinks to the Gentiles all day long. And this guy, whenever he gave a bracha, it happened and it was executed on the spot. So the Up the Rav wanted to know what's behind this guy. Why is he so matzliach that every time this simple bartender, innkeeper, come on in, please make a bracha, every time he gives a bracha, it goes through. So he asked people, and he was curious. Where does he get his power from? All he does is dispense whiskey all day. Right? So he decided to discover the source of this Jew's power. So the Up the Rav decided to take his lavush off and put on simple lavush to go incognito, under the radar, go in as a customer to this guy's bar with he's serving the Gentiles whiskey the whole day. He sat in the corner, observed him as he served drinks to all his intoxicated customers. He watched as this Jew spent his hours laughing and schmoozing with the clientele, right? And then a yid comes in, a frantic woman, and she's crying to him that her child's about to die from an illness. So the innkeeper says to the woman, may he have good health. And he continues to pour whiskey. Less than an hour passes, and the same woman comes in, and she's glowing with smiles. I don't know what happened. Refuah shleima in an hour. Wow. Shortly afterwards, an agitated yid comes in, and he whispers a request into this innkeeper's ear, and he says to him, and he thanks him. Again, the whole day, people are coming in asking for brachas. Within an hour or two, they're getting their brachas answered right away. But the Rebbe's watching this guy. What's so special about him? What has he done so far? All he's doing is serving drinks to the Gentiles. So he waited after nightfall. Maybe he's a hidden tzaddik who learns all night. Nothing doing. All he did the whole day was he took 5 minutes to go to the corner and daven mincha. That's all he saw. That was the only thing special about him. Right? After the last customer left the tavern, the Rebbe was finally like, up to here. Where's he get his power from, right? So he walks up to him and he says to him, Rabbi, I've been watching you. I see people coming all day long asking for brachas, and they're coming back an hour or two later, smiling and happy as can be, that brachas were fulfilled. Do you have some magical power, or is this sitra achara? Where do you get your powers from? He says, I don't know, maybe I'm just lucky. And the Rebbe continued, I never saw this, he says to him. And so the bartender said to him, believe me, it's not sitra achara. So then he said to him, I promise you, I have no problem. So tell me your story. So he tells him his story. He says, my parents were simple people, and basically, here's what happened. He noticed, he davened to Hashem, the Abda Rebbe, that he should be able to see where this is getting his koach from. And Hashem, bingo, he illuminated his eyes, and he saw 2 kuppah boxes. And he noticed that every time he took a sale, he split the money in half. One to the kuppah, and one to himself. He says, I figured it out. He says, tell me your story. He goes, a few years back, I was ready to declare bankruptcy. I didn't have the money. My place was down and out, needed repairs. And my wife said, go to the city and get a partner. But my father told me, don't ever take partners in business. So as I was going to the city, I said, I can't do this. Hashem, could you be my partner? And I davened hard. Suddenly he found a wallet on the street. And it looked like it was old and beaten and unclaimed. He opens it up, ton of money in there. He goes back, he hires a contractor. He fixes the place up. And he makes a deal. Hashem, you saved me. From now on, every sale that I make, 50% for you and 50% for me. So the Abda Rav figured it out. Since he took Hashem as a partner, so partners have to agree to whatever the partner says. So since Hashem said, you're my partner, every time you give a bracha, the bracha shall be executed to your liking. And that's why this Yid had marvelous power. And I think that talks a lot to the theme of what we spoke about today. That the Torah says, once you make a dedication to tzedakah, don't go back on your word. Fulfill that word. Because if you don't, we're going to penalize you and make you have to pay double. Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy the breakfast. And this should be as chutz for my father's neshama, Yosef ben Zakiya. And take stuff home, take to the yeshiva. Hatzlacha, thank you. Yes, let me say a Kaddish. I'm going to say a Kaddish. יתקדש ויקדש שמי רבה, ועם מלכותיה והמליך מלכותיה ישמח וקרב וקרב משיחי, וחי יחון וביום יחון ותחום ותעשה והגלה וזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יש שמי רבה מברך לעולם, אומר מה יתברך וישתבח ויתברך ותרמה ותנסה ותדע ותעלה ותעלה שמקודשה בריחו, יען כל ברכתה ושאלתה ושמתה ונחמתה דבנה ועלמה ואמרו אמן. יש שמע מתשמע וחיים תמעננו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. אז יש שלום וברמה וברחמה וזה שמעננו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. Oh, I know. I should do it, yeah.
Very nice. So I'm very collect some money. I came from Israel. I can say a few words. It's okay?
It's not my shul. Wait, is it for tzedakah?
My wife, she has cancer. I was on the Yom Kippur war.
Thank you. Thank you. Enjoying it?
My wife, she has my Teuda from California.
So I'll say it for you. Okay, Rabbi said there's a Yid here from Eretz Yisrael whose wife has cancer and he's coming to collect. Try to do your best and give him as much as you can, and Hashem should give you back all that you give plus. Yeah.
I was on the Yom Kippur war, and I get a certificate from the army.
Right. אני אתן לך צ'ק לשם איש ארגוננים.
כן, תעשה את זה, נו, שר שלום.
שר שלום. כן. Wow.
The July 4.
Okay. I'm going to take care of it. Thank you. New Jay, you fulfill your wishes? Okay, Baruch Hashem. And then I guess Adam will take it downstairs, whatever wasn't eaten. What's that?
Moral story is that you should give a last.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yes. Yes, have. Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, it'll be on video. You see my phone? Oh, this is my stuff. Okay, great. Thank you. מצוין. Wow. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm doing it again. I'm going to be doing the whole video, the whole thing again.
What is the name?
Yosef ben Zakiya Cohen. Yosef ben Zakiya Cohen.
Yosef ben Zakiya Cohen.
Almost there. What am I inviting this to?
Since COVID, and right now I wanted to show you.
So this is Torah, what is it? Torah?
Kizuka Torah. Right now my account is minus 470. I can show you the picture. I'm making $3,000 a month. It's a drop in the bucket. My wife is still in college.
What is your name? Thank you very much.
That's for him. I'm going to give, what's your name? What's your name?
See, I have המלצה from it's not, they saw the documents. I just came last night from Israel, so. No, Kimcha de Pirska also, מאוד חיטים. מאוד גדול.
Pleasure. My favorite baby. Where's that?
Great delivery, great delivery. Exciting.
I couldn't believe it.
When you say Monday, 7.
That's it.
Thank you so much for coming. Wash. Yeah. But it's on. If you have email, let me know. It's on. Your machine is open. Yeah. It's not open. First one is going to be only in the second with those. Why is that? Because Rambam doesn't training him. We know that we mean all their time. Not only once you got out of business. You'll pass through this world very comfortably.